You know, I just realized I'm out of coffee. That's okay. We're still going to get the show in. It's only 7 minutes long. Stick around. 7 minutes in the morning is coming up next.
This is Minutes in the Morning, where 5 days a week is host of 7 Minutes in the Morning, results coach, Thom Rigsby.
Hey there, good morning. I'm back. Show is to be in the morning show where we and enjoy the benefits of business ownership. If you are new here, awesome. I'm glad to have you here. If you would do me a favor, whether you're watching live or on the replay, new or regular attender, drop a comment over there. Say hi, hello, good morning, how you doing? Whatever sounds good to you. Just like to see that you were here and enjoying the show. And then by the end of the day today, and see, Joe's done that already. You can do that too. By the end of the show today, if you've gotten any value from our time together, the old heart stars, thumbs up, likes, those are all appropriate as the train goes by. We like to see those float by as well. All right, so a couple of things this morning. Mainly two things. Let's talk two things corona related and then one thing that's not. One or two things that's not. First of all, and I'll post this in the Small Businesses Fight COVID-19 group, and I'll post it on my page. It's a link to a video that these doctors posted, and there's been some issues with it. I got it from my friends over at Blue Collar Logic, but they're talking about how to interpret the numbers, and their basic position is this, and this is, I guess, kind of what I agree with. We'll never know for sure how many people have had it. We do know how many people have been tested and what the percentage of positive results is. So if we want to follow the science on when it's time to get back to work and how and all that thing, math is science also, right? So we can take that percentage, extrapolate the numbers out, and come up with a number that says, here's what your risk profile looks like. If you run those numbers for Alabama, it's 0.056% chance, right? Mortality chance. So, which is less than, that is less than the regular flu. And you compare that to some of the other things that we do every day, it's starting to look like a smart thing to do. Now, and they gave credit in this video. I'll give credit too. When this thing started, we didn't know what all these, we didn't have access to these numbers yet. We didn't know, right? But we do know. And as I talked about on the radio show yesterday and a little bit here on the podcast yesterday, look, if we can do one thing as entrepreneurs, we can adapt to changing circumstances. When all this started back in early March, right, early to mid-March, we talked about, look, the playing field is changing for everybody. Everybody has to adapt. Your circumstances are changing. How do you leverage those change of circumstances into opportunity, right? Well, now the circumstances are changing again, and we need to be leveraging that into opportunity. The opportunity here is to get out ahead of everybody else who's lagging behind. Which brings us to the second story I wanted to talk about today. Here, again, locally, Alabama. I'm not sure what the press conference yesterday was all about, because it really didn't change a whole lot. It changed restrictions for a couple of types of businesses, but generally it really didn't change anything. Restaurants still can't have on-site consumption. All of the close personal services are still shut down. Okay, we can have gatherings of 10 or fewer as long as we stay 6. I mean, it really didn't change anything, okay? It's frustrating, but it is the lay of the land at the moment, right? So you still have to be figuring out how you can solve problems for your customer within the constraints of the rule set, right? But again, so we've been talking about this here for weeks now, so this is not news to you, right? Whether those constraints are in place or not, you have to find ways to solve problems. So whether it's on the phone, whether it's on Zoom or Skype or whatever the case may be, find a way to do that. Right? That's what we've been talking about. When we start talking about this reboot plan, we knew that the restart was going to be phased. We knew that there would be some craziness associated with it because we've never done this before. We've never had to restart something that we artificially shut down. So, you know, we just have to figure this stuff out. Now, to that end, here's my quote of the day today. This one's from Mario Andretti, and it's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. If you feel like you're in control, you're not going fast enough. Which is very appropriate today, right? As we're talking about how to do this, how to get started. Why can't my business be one of the ones that's able to open? Hey, if you feel like you're in control, you're not pushing the edge. Right? Just don't look at the wall, because that's where you'll wind up, is in the wall. Right? Be passionate about adapting. You know, on the radio yesterday, I talked about how business owners, the distinction that I make between business owners and entrepreneurs is entrepreneurs can change, business owners can't. Business owners are like, well, the order says my business is still shut down. Looks like another 2-week vacation. Great. Good for you. You sit over there and don't do anything, because my entrepreneurs over here that work with me are going to be now 6 weeks ahead of you. And in the beginning, I said this is going to be a 4 to 6 week deal. We shut down 1st of April, middle of May, 6 weeks. Right? Oh, sorry. Bumped the desk. Joe told me yesterday I shouldn't do that. Makes the camera shake. So, look, be passionate. Don't be passionate about this widget that I sell. Be passionate about solving this problem or solving a problem for this customer. If you'll do that, forget what you do. Be passionate about solving a problem for your customer. If you'll do that, it doesn't matter what you do. They'll be your customer forever. All right? All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today. Remember, first big thank you and hi to everybody in the comments there that said hi and good morning. Look, if you got any value from this, remember, heart, stars, thumbs up, and likes. And there's a share button underneath the video. Go ahead and click that. Somebody in your network needs to hear this message today, and you could be the reason they hear it. But only if you click the share button. One final thing before I go, I announced yesterday on the podcast and then talked about it a lot on the radio show. Radio show is moving to Saturdays. Yesterday was the last show that runs on Tuesday morning. Now they'll be running Saturday mornings at 8. You can still listen to them. WTKI 1450 AM 105.3 FM or WTKI radio or on the website talkradioforentrepreneurs.com. So go ahead and put an alarm in your phone so you can remember to listen, and go ahead and bookmark a work-in-progress website. I know, but still, you can bookmark it, talkradioforentrepreneurs.com. That's it. You guys have a great Wednesday. Talk to you again in the morning.